Hey guys, this is Sim. Yes, I'm back after 2 days of being attacked by a little bug that thought it was going to keep me down. But you guys know I use these healing hands and I got myself right back together because God gave me the authority, which he gives us all, the authority and the power to heal our own bodies. So yes, I put these hands to work and I healed my body and I got myself back together again because my God told me that I can do so. So with all that being said, I want to talk a little bit about the incubus and the succubus. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the incubus and the succubus is. I wasn't familiar with it either when it happened to me. It happened to me in 2003. So, an incubus is a demon male that's formed into, I guess, it's an energy that sleeps with women while the women are sleeping. It's a demon form of a man, and it actually sleeps with the woman while she's like dreaming, she's in a sleep. Because like I said, it happened to me. And the succubus is the woman demon or whatever, if you want to call it a supernatural entity. And she does the same thing. She does the opposite. She waits till the male is asleep and she have her way with the male. And what brought this to my attention was I was scrolling through my news feed and I ran across a video of a guy that put a video up, and he had questions about the incubus and the succubus, and he wanted people to leave their comments in the description box if it happened to them. So of course I started reading some of the comments and I got a little bit at ease with it because for a minute I was thinking that I was the only one had experienced this. And like I said, I never told anyone about this. But like I said, when it happened to me in 2003, I was by my mom's place and I had fallen asleep. And after I had woken up, I felt strange, like I had been intimate. And I got up and went to the restroom, and I mean, it was evidence there. And I'm sorry, I don't believe that I have any kids that's subscribed to my channel. Well, I hope not. And if there are any kids that's on it that catches this video, forgive me. But I'm not going into like deep details with the intimacy that this incubus had with me. But I just want to, put this out there for someone else who probably or has experienced the same thing or may experience it. So, like I said, when I, went to the restroom, checked myself, it was like it was evidence there as if I was, had sexual intercourse with someone. And I, kept it to myself. I never spoke on it or anything, but it stuck with me for years. Like I knew something had happened. And the very next day, I promise you guys, you can't make this stuff up. Like the very next day, I looked on both of my thighs. Like, I don't know if I was fighting this incubus when in my dream, when the action was taking place, but I had evidence the very next day with handprints on both of my thighs. There were bruises, like I was being pinned down, And they, like I said, it was on both thighs. And it started to make me remember of me, like, trying to get up, but I couldn't. It's not too much that I can say, but I remember the experience that I went through. And I kept telling myself, I said, something had sexual intercourse with me when I was asleep. I kept saying this. And now that I'm saying this, I'm thinking that maybe I did mention this to one person, but I'm not for sure. I think I did mention it to one person. And I'm going to have to, like, give her a call to see if she was the one that I mentioned this to. And it's crazy because it actually happens. And they have so many people that can relate to this. And we tend to keep it to ourselves because they have people that won't believe what we're saying actually took place. They won't believe that it happened because people tend not to believe things that don't happen to them until it actually happens to them. But I just want to say, for anybody else who probably have experienced this, yes, it's real. It's real. The incubus is the male demon that sleeps with women while they are dreaming and have his way with them. And the succubus is the woman demon entity, supernatural entity, whatever you want to call them, that have her way with the man. And it really happens. So if you had this experience before while you were sleeping, or you probably thought that it was just a wet dream, and some of us do just have wet dreams, but if you feel like it was a out of body experience, or something had, like, really had their way with you, believe me, there's these things that's called the incubus and the succubus, and you can go and read up on it if you choose not to. I'm just adding on to other people's stories that actually put their stories out to be told. And I mean, it happens. It really happens. And another thing, and what I left in the guy's comment was, the reason why I really didn't say much about it when it happened to me was because my children's father, my last two children's father, he had just passed away, maybe like a month or two before the experience with me happened. So when it happened, I was thinking that it was him. I really was thinking that he had his way, my children's father had his way with me. And in a dream, like, it actually happens, but it happens while you're dreaming. It's like, guys, like, it's an experience that I guess only us who've been through it can really explain. But like I said, I thought it was my children's father, and this is why I never spoke on it to anybody, because his touch, I knew my children's father's touch. I knew his touch, and this thing touched me exactly the same way that my children's father used to touch me. And this is why I really didn't say much about it, because I just thought, he came and had his way with me again. Like, you mine. I don't know. I mean, for people that's going through, like I said, don't think that you're crazy. Don't let other people tell you that you're crazy. If you go out there and you want to get some more information about it, they have other people that's telling their stories about it. Go and check it out, and just know that what you felt during that moment, it was real. And there's a such thing called the incubus and the succubus. And like I said, the incubus is the male and the succubus is the woman. And these are like supernatural entities that have their way with both male and female while dreams are really being taking place while you're sleeping. So keep y'all head up. Don't think that you're losing your mind, because we all go through a lot of things that others won't believe. But just know that I'm not going to say what we experience with the incubus and the succubus is a journey, but it's a life experience that you personally had yourself that you can speak on, or whether you choose to keep it to yourself, that's you. Just know that your experience was real. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise, because we go through people trying to tell us what we actually experience in life and what we are called to do in life. Don't let nobody play with your mind. Keep your sanity and just know that God is real, and you can go to him anytime that you want to talk to him. So guys, that's my story. Hope that every one of you are having a great day, and don't forget to wake up somebody. This Sim, I'm checking out. Love all of y'all.